The Jedi were an ancient order of protectors, united by their ability to harness the power of the Force and their dedication to the light side. Their history goes back way before the Republic even began, and today we're going to try and cover that all. Take a while though. So, sit back, relax, and have some Titan tea. Welcome to Star Wars Timelines. The origins of the First Jedi are disputed. Many ancient organizations have been proposed to be the first members of the Jedi Order, including the Order of Dai Bendu and the followers of Palwa. What we do know is around 36,000 BBY, the galaxy's best philosophers, priests, scientists, and warriors were brought to Titan by mysterious ships. These people eventually came to identify as the Jedi Order, a group of Force sensitives determined to keep balance between the light side and the dark side. For 10,000 years, the Jedi Order flourished on Titan. However, around this time, a conflict between the followers of the light side and the dark side broke out. This came to be known as the Force Wars. Eventually, the dark side followers were defeated, and the followers of the light side professed that the light was stronger. The Jedi Order disbanded, and the light side followers formed a new order, calling themselves Jedi. However, the war had had a terrible cost on Titan, destroying its ecosystem. The Jedi abandoned Titan, taking all that they could with them. They travelled into the deep core, where they found a new world, Ossus. Around this time, they discovered the Galactic Republic, which had formed in the last 100 years. They decided to build their new home on Ossus, purposely distancing themselves from the Republic as they knew very little about it. It was here that the Jedi created their first lightsabers. Eventually, in 25,000 BBY, the Republic became much stronger and the Jedi agreed to join it, supporting the goal the Republic had of galactic peace. Around 12,000 BBY, the Republic's Supreme Chancellor was assassinated and replaced by Chancellor Contepex. This new Chancellor began a series of crusades which came to form wars, purges, and genocides. With the Republic becoming a much darker body, the Jedi declared itself once again independent and completely withdrew back to Ossus. The Republic continued its crusades until around 11,100 BBY, when the Jedi decided they could no longer stand by. The Jedi High Council joined with the allies that they could and attacked the Chancellor's flagship, arresting him on war crime charges. The Jedi then suspended the Galactic Senate and placed Grand Master Biel Ductavus as the new Supreme Chancellor. Time passed, and the Jedi returned to their peaceful ways on Ossus, after seeing that the Republic was making a full recovery and reverting back to their mission of galactic peace. However, the peace would not last, and in 7,000 BBY, the 100-Year Darkness began. A group of dark Jedi heretics began experimenting with forbidden alchemy, and for 100 years, these dark Jedi waged war against the Jedi Order. The Jedi eventually defeated them in 6,900 BBY. The surviving Dark Jedi were exiled to wild space, where they would eventually stumble upon the planet Korriban, homeworld of the species known as the Sith. The Dark Jedi tamed the species and declared themselves as Lords of the Sith. Eventually, they returned to the core worlds and attacked the Jedi. However, the Jedi once again defeated them and chased them back to Korriban. The Sith abandoned Korriban and hid on Ziost, where they began building a massive Sith empire, an order of dark side warriors with the purpose of crushing the Jedi Order. Sure enough, in 5000 BBY, the Sith attacked the Republic and the Jedi Order, which sparked the beginning of a new war known as the Great Hyperspace War. The leader of the Sith was the Sith Lord Naga Sadow. He deployed his fleets all over the galaxy and used his Sith meditation sphere to create Sith magic, creating thousands of illusory soldiers, making the Sith seem more powerful than they actually were, with more forces than they actually had. Naga Sadow continued his meditation throughout the war, tricking the Jedi and the Republic into retreating when they thought that they were heavily outnumbered. This was until Naga Sadow's apprentice betrayed Sadow and attacked him in his chamber, which broke the illusion. The Jedi realized what happened and launched a massive attack, defeating the Sith. With the Sith forces in retreat, the Chancellor ordered the sacking of Sith space. The Republic relentlessly bombarded the Sith to near extinction. The Jedi and the Republic then experienced several wars over the next 1,000 years. However, none of them had more of an impact than the Jedi Civil War in 3900 BBY, At the end of the Mandalorian Wars, a war between the Republic and the Mandalorians, 2 Jedi, Revan and Malak, disappeared into the unknown regions. There, they travelled to the planet Dromin Kaas and discovered a new Sith Empire lived on in secret and was ruled by Emperor Vitiate. The Emperor somehow reprogrammed the Jedi and sent them back to the Republic as Sith Lords. The two waged a terrible war against the Republic, but eventually Revan abandoned the dark side and returned to the light side. Malak still fought on, but was eventually defeated by Revan. The war took a terrible toll on the Jedi, leaving them incredibly vulnerable to attack. During this time, the High Council retreated to the planet Katar to regroup and refocus the Order. However, it was here that a new Sith Lord, Darth Nihilus, attacked and wiped all life from the planet's surface. Darth Nihilus' ally, Darth Sion, hunted down the surviving Jedi and killed them, and this became the first Jedi Purge. Eventually, a Jedi exile known as Meecha Surik defeated the new Sith Lords and rebuilt a new Jedi Order. The Galactic Republic and the Jedi entered a long stage of healing. However, they did not last long. The Sith Emperor Vitiate took this opportunity to reveal his new empire and attack the Republic. This became known as the Great Galactic War, the biggest war of the Old Republic. A conflict took place that lasted years, and during the start of the war, the Sith fleet destroyed the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. The Jedi had no choice but to retreat and make home once again on the old Jedi world of Tython. After a long, drawn-out conflict, the Jedi Order and the Galactic Republic proved victorious, and the Sith Empire of old was finally defeated. The Jedi Order would return to Coruscant, abandoning Tython indefinitely, and rebuilt the Jedi Temple slowly with financial aid from the recovering Republic. A new era of peace began. The horrors of the old Sith War and the near extinction of the Jedi Order that had resulted from the conflict were remembered in the Republic for generations, and few could have guessed that a much larger conflict would ever engulf the galaxy. However, it did. A former Jedi Master, Master Thanius, took up the long vacant title of Dark Lord of the Sith, as well as a name and a new identity, Darth Ruin. In the ensuing years, Ruin gathered together a large number of Darkside followers and surviving Sith clans and founded the new Sith Empire. With this army, Ruin planned to bring the Republic, the Jedi who served it, all to their knees, beginning what would be a 1,000-year-long war. After a long 1,000 years, the Republic finally drove the Sith and their new leader, Lord Khan, to the planet Ruusan. At the conclusion of the final battle, Lord Khan unleashed the horrors of the Thoughts Bomb in a cave system, engulfing every Force user on the planet, including all the Sith. The new Sith Wars were over, and the Jedi Order had survived once again, and the Sith were presumed wiped out to the last individual. However, one had survived, Darth Bane. He and his successors would hide from the Republic and the Jedi, planning revenge in utter secrecy, under the rule of 2. With the Sith presumed extinct, the Jedi enjoyed 1,000 years of near peace, with this period known as the Era of the High Republic. Not too much is known about this era as of yet. However, methinks we will have some brand new data arriving on this period very soon. During the final years of the Republic, the galaxy was beset by political instability and social unrest, which in turn created a separatist crisis that ultimately resulted in the formation of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. The Jedi became commanders and generals in the newly formed Grand Army of the Republic. For roughly 3 years, they commanded armies of clone troopers in a conflict known as the Clone Wars, engaged in the Confederacy's battle droid forces. Though the Jedi fought to preserve the Republic, the government they served was secretly taken over by Sidious, who, as Senator Sheev Palpatine of Naboo, rose to power in the Senate and became the last Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. The Sith Lord Darth Sidious' plans led to the execution of Order 66, a secret protocol that turned the Jedi's clone soldiers against them, leading to another extermination of the Jedi Order. The Empire was eventually defeated and Palpatine killed by the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker. Anakin's son, Luke Skywalker, attempted to rebuild the Jedi Order. However, his apprentice Ben Solo was seduced to the dark side and wiped out all of Luke's apprentices and joined the remnants of the old Empire. Luke went into exile until a new Jedi rose, Rey. Rey was the secret granddaughter of Palpatine. However, she did not follow in his footsteps, and she became a Jedi instead of a Sith. The remnants of the old Empire were wiped out, and peace once again returned to the galaxy. What happened to the Jedi after that is unknown. We can assume that Rey once again rebuilt the Jedi Order, but only time will tell on that. For now, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.